Hi guys, my name is Samuel. Today I want to take you through a very important module. And before I proceed, I want to congratulate and thank Mr. Gerald for asking me this question, for challenging me on issues related to my SAWA system. Gerald asked me that how can a teacher log in into the system and access all the modules? Like for example, a teacher can only access academic modules and library, but someone like the head teacher or admin can access all the modules. And the modules that we are talking about is, for example, a school. A school, we have different levels of modules. We have transport, we have academics, we have transport, we have accounts, we have library, we have boarding departments. Now, if you are a teacher, you need only to access academics and maybe library. But when you are an accountant, you are also supposed to only access accounts. When you are admin, you can access everything. So this is the video that I made on that. So for example, you open this one is a login form. And for instance, you want to register. Remember, you don't have the account in the system. So if you don't have an account in the system, you'll have to register here. Are you a new user? Yes, register here. Because even though you try to put your name and password, it will not accept you. It will just reject you. Access denied. Hi, please enter the correct username and password. So it will force you to register here. So if you click register, you just come and click here to sign up. Then you click here. Then my name is Jayden, maybe Karanja, Jayden Karanja, Jayden Wafula. Then username I can use J, and J, remember, is a teacher. J is registering as a teacher. So, or we can J is a teacher. Then password 1234. You save and then you go back to login. If I go back to login, now I'm now logging in as J and I'm a teacher. Then I put the correct password. Let me try to put the wrong password. Hi, please enter the correct username and password. So J, then 1234. I log in. So if I log in, remember I'm a new user. I'm not enabled to any module. If you are not enabled to any module, you'll not be in a position to log in. Even though you register into the system successfully, you will never, unless you find the admin to allow you to access any of the module. And guys, if you force the system that you want to log in by pressing OK, then the database will close. You can see, guys, it is closing. But for this case, if you register and then you go back to registration. After registration, there is something here, very nice one, enable access level. You click here so that you are enabled, and this one can only be executed by the admin. Because if we allow you as an individual to enable some of the modules, there are very high chances. Some people are very funny. They will just enable all modules. You have logged in as a teacher, but if they give you a chance of now taking the modules that you'll be accessing, you'll find a teacher enabling examination, enabling accounts, enabling library, enabling transport. So that's why we restrict you. And when you click this one, enable access level, then the system will generate a dialog box that is prompting you to enter the username, J. Again, the system is auto-generating a dialog box for you to enter the password. Then the last option, it is now asking you to enter the admin password. So even though you register and then you come here, you want to enable for yourself because you now know your username and your password, the last option will block you because how would you get the admin password? So if I enter the admin password and click here, then the form opens. Look at this form, it's very nice. Jaden Wafula, username is J, password is 123, 1234. So Jaden is a teacher, cannot access admission, but can access examination. Cannot access accounts, that is for the clerk. Cannot access transport. I don't think teacher accessing the transport, no. Library, yeah, libraries are related to examination. Can also access staff, yeah, can also access the staff and also the welfare. So if we refresh and go back, for example, we close this form and then we now go back to login. I can now go back to login. I'm logging in as J and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, you can see it works perfectly. J cannot access admission, can access examination, cannot access accounts, cannot access, even though you try to press, it will not open. Can access library, can access staff, can access welfare. But let us try to log in as an admin or head teacher. The password, head teacher is not enabled. So if you see that you are not enabled, you just open this form, then check available staff member. So if you try to check the staff members that are in the system, you just click here. But if you are not an admin, the system will not allow you unless you have accessed the password that belongs to the admin. Now the dialog box, admin password required. So I enter it. Good. So these are the staff members which are in our system. Colette has not been enabled. So let us look at the head teacher. The head teacher has not been enabled to anything. But the head teacher can access admission, can access exam, can access accounts, can access transport, can access library, departments, staff, welfare. Now, let's go back and try to log in as the head teacher and see. Head teacher, password, login. Good. The head teacher is also accessing everything. The head teacher is also accessing admission, exam, accounts, transport, library, departments, staff, welfare, everything. But guys, if you don't have the account, like for example Colette has not been enabled. Is registered but is not enabled. So let me try. You can see SAWA system access denied. Dear user, you do not have access rights. you may call or SMS admin to 0704343686 for authentication, meaning that after you registering as an individual, you can still not access anything in the system. So that's why I'm encouraging those schools that have actually taken my system that your data, the school data will be saved unless you enable your staff to navigate through. Because sometimes you can find a school, maybe the head of institution, the deputy, they are not that way computer, they don't carry that computer literacy, and they can trust one of the staff member. For example, you are a teacher and then they enable you. Like, for example, let me register as Sam. Let me register as Sam. Oh, let me register as Sam. Sam, name is username Sam. No, I'm registering. Sorry, I want to register as Sam. Sam. Samuel. Samuel. And my username is Sami. Then password is maybe Sami. So if I save my stuff, then enable access level. Because if you don't enable access level, guys, even though you go back to login, this one, let us try that. Even though you go back to login, like Sami, and then password Sami. Sami. Then you try to log in. The system will not allow you to log in because you can see, dear SAWA system access denied. Dear user, you do not have access rights. You may call or SMS admin for authentication. So what you need to do, and when you force it, the database will close. It will disappear. So what am I supposed to do? I am supposed to go here. Where? I'm supposed to go to this form and enable access level. This one. So enter username, Sami. Enter password, Sami. Admin password required. You can see I cannot select my modules for my own unless I know the password for the admin. So like, for example, and when you do that, the specific record for Sami will pop up, this one. So like, for example, Sami is privileged and he can access all the modules. Let us tick all the modules. Or let us deny a chance. Let us not enable welfare. Sami will not access welfare module. So let's go back and log in, guys. Let's go back and log in. Sami. Password. Sami. Good. You can see Sami can access admission, can access examination, can access accounts, can access transport, can access department, can access staff, but cannot access welfare whatsoever. So guys, my system is very secure and I'm looking forward to welcome any question, any correction, any comment, any advice towards my system, so that at the end of the day, when I officially launch the system, it must be working effectively without much errors. Thank you very much and God bless you. Please don't leave without subscribing, liking, commenting, and even sharing the link so that I feel motivated to continue developing my system. Thank you very much.